How's it going? It's Natural Red. Liverpool have won the Super Cup against Chelsea. We won it on penalties in Istanbul. It's a beautiful love story. Liverpool, Istanbul, Pans, a goalkeeper making a great save. Hey, how good does it get? Well, coming into the game, it's one of those, if you win it, fucking amazing. If you lose, it's one of those friendlies that you just thing where it's basically charity shield, but for the what's it called, for European charity shield. We went to the game, couple of changes. Ox on the left, Marty did not start. Bobby start up front, and then we had Trent did not start. He started on the bench. We had Gomez at right back. Matip came in. We had a midfield of Hendo, Milner, and Fabinho. Allison obviously was injured, so he didn't play. Adrian came into play, and oh my gosh. It was a tight game, competitive game. It was end-to-end. It was a bit of a stalemate at times in the first half. We had a couple of times where we controlled the ball, and then they took control in the second half of the first half, if you know what I mean. But it was a bit end-to-end. Both teams playing similar level, if you know what I mean. And they get the first goal. Hey? Olivier Giroud gets behind our defense. Our backline was so high for the whole game. Our backline was so high. I don't know if it's just trust that needs to be built with Adrian and the defense. It'll be interesting, but nevertheless, they're going to fix it up. More games with Adrian, more games with Van Dijk, Matip, and Gomez shouting at the keeper. This is what we're going to do. This is what needs to be done, and so on, so on. So, we were going to halftime, 1-0 down. Huck out a couple of chances. Salah over the top a couple of times. Did all right, I guess. Yes. Bobby came on. Bobby came on at halftime. Mane went to the left. Ox sent straight to the bench. But all right, basically got pulled at halftime. Magnus Jimson's defense was not good today. It wasn't great. Our defense has not been great for the past couple of weeks. Let's be honest. It's inconsistency in our backline. Who's starting? Is it Matip? Is it Gomez? Is it Adrian? Is it Allison? There's a bit of inconsistency there. Hopefully, Klopp can really get them at him against Southampton. Southampton, they're going to go at it, counter-attack, bang, bang, bang. But hopefully, Matip was so good. You see on Twitter, you say Matip wasn't good. They say Matip wasn't good. I thought Matip was really good. I thought Gomez was shaky, and I thought Matip Van Dijk was really good. And Robertson didn't have the best of the game. Milner, first half, was running, Kante was running rings around him because he's on the left-hand side, obviously. And Pedro Kante just worked him. And Milner was running, did not much have the ball. And that left-hand side, Robertson, James Milner, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, it did not look great. Chris's could have been either way. Maybe this is about the holes. What do you mean about the holes? But as I'm talking about, I don't think they've ever played together. The left-hand side, Robertson, Milner, and Oxlade-Chamberlain. So they used to Mane, they used to Divock Origi. So it's going to take time to gel, right? And obviously training is not good enough. You've got to play games. So Ox gets dropped for the bench halftime. Mane goes on the left-hand side because it looked like Salah's on the right, Mane up top, centre forward, and then Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left-hand side. Chris says Pulisic, Kante, Mane was... Pulisic was really good. Kante was amazing. Follow me on Twitter. I acknowledge his performance. He was the only player that we could not actually tackle. We could not stop him. He was just running. He was just unbelievable. Legit. And we just couldn't get near him at all. It was amazing. What a player. Magnus says, the hole in the defense. Yes, there's a couple. Our defense isn't great, but I reckon Klopp will get that fit and fire. It's a bit like 17-18, where we were gung-ho, counter-attacking, pressing, bang, 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 but it's not like that anymore. Last season, defense assured, and the thing is Allison. Allison is so underrated. He leads the defense, legit. He fucking shouts at them. Get the fuck in this position. Stay here. They all work together, all leaders. Allison, shouter. Van Dijk, shouter. Matip, Gomez. They're shouters, right? Robertson, what a leader. Robertson, captain for Scotland. Trent, he's a mouthy, right, kid, right? For a young player, he's a mouthy. So he's going to lead the defense. Trent comes, what am I talking about? Halftime, Bobby comes on for Oxlade-Chamberlain, and all of a sudden, the game changed. The game changed from there. Milner stays on, and Milner started to play very good passes. Robertson was getting into the game. Matip was starting to play much better as well, even though he was good in the first half. Van Dijk, time and time again, over the top to Mohamed Salah. How many times did we see it? You can see it on top of your screen, right? Salah pointing his finger and bang, gone. Van Dijk's gone. Van Dijk, a couple of times, Van Dijk passes was so good. And you can see the Van Dijk, a couple of swerving passes. It was amazing to watch. Davide says, this match show how maybe this year Liverpool suffer in the Champions League where a match can send you off, then improve more chance. You got to explain. I don't know what you mean. Chris says, Jimmy, yeah, Chelsea passed our defense, but always missed the shot. Yeah, Chelsea. Thing is, Chelsea had a couple of chances. Giroud, I thought, like a couple of times the ball came over the top. It was a great ball. But shit. But a couple of times by Kante and Pulisic over the top to Giroud. But it's not quick enough, isn't it? And then, yeah, thing is, our defense, we were all really high. Our backline was really high. Adrian, there's too much a gap between Adrian and our backline, so it suffered a little bit. But like I was saying, time and time again, Van Dijk, Matip, for the centre back, both of them are fucking class at bringing the ball out of the back and playing the ball. Like I said, Salah, point, bang, gone. Van Dijk's gone. Like legit, so many times. Van Dijk, the amount of headers, he just bumped off Abraham and Giroud time and time again. It was just, he's a fucking Rolls Royce. What a guy. We're the most title is exactly like this. I was going to say Twitter all over it. We're now most successful team in England if you count all the trophies, League Cups, FA Cups, league titles, and so on, all the trophies counted up. We're now the most successful. We've surpassed Manchester United, which is hell on earth. Just fucking getting Liverpool. But let's talk about this game. Second half, obviously much better. Bobby came on. We're just more fluent. Henderson Milner got their foot on the ball, started playing passes out wide, started getting control of the ball. And Bobby Firmino, that assist to Mane's goal. That's like karate kicked. That's like a karate kick to the side. And it was so weird because Kepa Arrizabalaga comes out and then Bobby Firmino, he puts his leg up and he just swings it like it's like a tennis racket. He puts it up and just swings it to the right hand side. Mane's on the right hand side of for you guys. Mane's on the right hand side for Bobby Firmino. And Kepa gets his hands it, sort of. Mane still shoots it. He smashes it in. And we can control the ball for about 15, 20 minutes. Really pressing them. Like, Chelsea could get their foot on the ball. We were just dominating possession. Salah had a couple of chances. Mane was on fire. Bobby Firmino. Oh, my gosh. What a player Bobby Firmino was. And Fabinho grew into the game. Henderson and Milner as well. Chris says, Super Cup over the FA Cup Community Shield. Obviously, mate. Obviously, mate. Obviously. I hope we win the Premier League this season. We really need it. Yeah. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what do you mean by we really need it, but it'll be just like you don't want it. So there's that final thing that you need. That monkey off our back. It's ammunition for football Twitter. It's ammunition for other fans. I won the Premier League. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. But you want to get that monkey off back. Like the video if you haven't already. Road to 3K subscribers. Let's get that soon. Well, I think we're on 2984 or something like that, or 85 or 86, whatever it is. So like the video if you haven't already subscribed. Second half, still talk about, we haven't done the game. Second half, about the 60, 70 minute, Chelsea got back in the game. Couple of changes. Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham comes on. Who did we bring on? Fuck. We brought in Gini Wijnaldum and Bobby Firmino. That's right. Manchester 30 years ago. Come on. David says, if you play like this in the Champions League quarterfinal, you're off, surely. That's okay. We started off slowly last year, and look how we finished off. It takes time. And Mane is his first start of the season. Just getting used to the team again. Oxlade-Chamberlain, that's his first start in about, 14 months. He's been out for so long. It just takes time. Everyone needs to relax. We'll be all right. We've got Southampton. Hopefully, we'll batter them and get off to 6 points in the Premier League. But hopefully, keep going. So second half, Chelsea grew into the game a bit more. It was a bit like we had control of the game than Chelsea had, then we had after half time because Bobby came on and started bossing the game. And then Chelsea grew into the game again with Tammy Abraham and Mason Mount. Mason Mount's a fucking good player, by the way. A couple of times he got through and goal. How many times did they get behind our backline? It was offside and they scored a goal. Was it 2-3 times? So many times. It's credit to our defense. It was really high, but at least it was organized. It was straight. But time and time again, they got over the top. We've got to be careful. Magnus says the players have holiday like 2 weeks. So yeah, exactly. So many players. Adrian like came to the club like last week. Mane came to the club back last week. Ox is still recovering. Keita got injured yesterday or 2 days ago. Lovren is, I think, he's off to Italy, which would be interesting. Chris says Liverpool should make a big signing transfers in January. Debatable. Hassan says hello. Subscribe if you haven't. Road to 3K. Like the video as well. On to the so it finishes 2-2. How did they? Oh, that's right. Adrian gave away a penalty. Tammy Abraham. Adrian came to Abraham, and it looks like Tammy dived. They go to VAR. I don't know if they did go to VAR. He dives. I think he dives, to be fair, but it is a penalty. Adrian makes a bit of a silly mistake. They've got a penalty. Jorginho steps up, puts it away. 2-2, going to extra time. We bring on Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't know what happened to Andy Robbo. Hopefully, it's nothing too bad. So we move Gomez, who's playing right back for 90 minutes. We move him to the left-hand side of defense. We put on Trent, who didn't have a great game, but only had about 30 minutes and so on. So we put on Trent. And then second half, we put on Divock Origi for Sadio Mane, which is interesting because I thought Mane was a bit better. But Salah, obviously Salah, you want Salah on the counter-attack. Salah is more used to playing that lone striker, holding on to the ball, taking the defense on. If we're like deep in defense, we can clear the ball out, and we know Salah's going to run into it and make a contest out of it. But what I'm talking about, they brought Ross Barkley. Who else did they bring on? We had Mason Mount. They brought on they took off Kovacic. They brought on Tomori as centre back for Christensen, which would be odd, but obviously Tammy Abraham as well. You can tell the extra time was really, really slow. It's starting to be, it's really end to end, but you can tell the players like, all right, pushing it. But time and time again, Matip was fucking class. Joel Matip, over the past 3 or 4 months, he's been better than Virgil van Dijk. Joel Matip was sensational, and he proved his case again why he should start. And Gomez still young. Gomez is still the future. He's got so much potential, but right now Matip has been sensational. He's so big as well. He can win headers, and he gets his body in front of the attackers so easily because he's so big, and he's got long legs as well, such as Fabinho. He's got these spider legs that just come out of nowhere, and they get around him. It's so weird. Max says, Adrian, what a beauty, yeah. Chris says, I think Lovren has an illness. Dawda says, do you think Liverpool needs a new centre back? No, we don't. We've got Seb Vandenberg. He's about 17 years old. He'll be a fourth centre back. We had Nat Phillips going out to Stuttgart on loan, but Matip and Gomez are very, very good as second choice. And Virgil van Dijk, best player in the world. And Virgil van Dijk makes anyone next to him just much better. And Matip deserves it. He's been class. As talking about extra time, lots of players getting cramps. Emerson went down, holding his groin. We had Fabinho went down with cramp as well. So you can see the players, obviously, start of the season, they're not yet fully fit. So it's going to be hard for the players. Extra time. And going to penalties, I'm like, for fuck's sake. But, it's Istanbul. Penalties. European tie. You had that in the back of your mind, but I fucking hate penalties. We haven't won one. Wow. So I'm like, fuck. Penalties. So was a 4-4. Who took our last penalty? Salah takes a penalty. He puts it away. Tammy Abraham steps up, and Adrian fucking saves it. Abraham goes down the middle. Adrian goes to his left-hand side, but he gets it with his legs. Klopp does the full Forrest Gump running. It is amazing to watch. But obviously, VAR is obviously Adrian was off his line, which is so controversial. But fuck me, I think the refs like, for fuck's sake, fuck it. Ref was like, this game's gone for too long. Just fucking play with it. And then, hey, Klopp's doing a mad run. They're not gonna stop Klopp doing a 100-yard run. Congratulations, thank you, Weller. It's fucking hilarious. Klopp and the whole place got around Adrian. And this, like Adrian, imagine the confidence in him right now. Like, you give away a penalty, things are not looking great. He has to play for the next 4 to 6 weeks because Alisson of the calf injury. and the confidence from that. It just builds relationship with players in the dressing room right now with the cup. They're going to have photos with him. They're going to get to know each other a bit more. It just helps the team get better. And obviously, we're going to get more better relationships in our defense. It's going to be a better connection. Obviously, Liverpool won the Super Cup. How good is that? Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. Subscribe for more Football Twilight. Hashtag Football Twilight. It's a new series I'm going to do after every match. It'll be interesting to watch. Follow me on Twitter, Natural Red LFC, and Instagram, Natural Red LFC if you haven't already. How good is Liverpool winning a trophy? Get that first one out of the way for the season. Hopefully more to come for Jurgen's boys. It's been a mad one. Subscribe if you haven't. Like I said, like the video. Comment what you think. Let me your thoughts, and I'll see you guys later.